Trust all is well. Saloma. Um, this is a new day. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Let's see. Mm-mm. Nope. It is what it is. All right. Get my computer out of the way. All right. So have your candles. Ashe to Sally. Ashe to Michael Jackson. Ashe to Dick Gregory. Ashe to all my ancestors. Ashe to your ancestors. Giving thanks. And this here is my candle I make. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, there we go. It's focusing. So this here is Jasper Naturals candle with the Reiki symbol of manifestation power. Made from me, beeswax. The wick is hemp. So it's all organic. Um, so trust that you all and my chakras is in alignment. If not, you should know what to do to unblock, to give yourself an alignment of treatment. So far, those things needs to occur daily. All right. So I am going in, and this is a book here that's really helpful. It has spiritual aspects in it as well. Healing with Whole Foods. Okay, so we're going to dive in, and it's basically speaking about, well, what I am going to speak about is the yin and yang. Um, Partnership is awesome. To maintain it, a lot of us don't realize that it's the foods that keep us balanced in a way of um, connecting, having chemistry, having spiritual connection with the Kundalini energy. And then you can also tap into the root of the Kabbalah. So, yin and yang, dealing with the roots, you would find your own diagnosis and your own treatment to heal the relations. And so, yes, I'm speaking from a Zen tradition, so has been suggested. Um, so let's speak on the individual. One is woman, and the other one is man. So they're shaped like a fish. So therefore, we're dealing with the aspect of the womb. So now the common foods, because it's magical, cooking for your mate. Uh, Going out is good on a date, but the magic is in the kitchen. Because what you're doing is you're providing love. Now, with the yang, it is speaking of the actions of the foods being warm, sweet, pungent, energizing, ascending with the energy. Now, with the yin, um, which is okay, my phone going off somewhere. I don't know. Um, Excuse the noise, but anyways, um, you're going to have the cooling, the satisfaction of saltiness, bitterness, sour. Doesn't that sound like us? Um, Maybe I should say some of us. And also building the flow of the blood within. That's definitely talking about um, the womb, because our womb is so easily to get sick. So the other is descending of energy. We have some of us that is very high, vibrant in energy, and then you have others that, as far as the man, um, energy is just totally different than ours. That's the reason why they make the statement that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, because we have a higher vibration in love, some of us, you know. And the reason why I say some, I'm not saying that it's definitely the way that it should be in history, what we are described. I'm not saying any of that, because the world has changed. Speaking of the world has changed, when you're dealing with this aspect of the yin and yang, you want to use divination. I have a client that said that they bought a book on the rods, on the L rods, and I use that a lot. Well, when you're dealing with energy, uh, you would want to know that, first of all, you spending personal time with your divination tools. They're not going to operate like everyone else does. Those rods has changed with centuries. When you first was taught, it was taught that they are to flow one certain way to get an answer. That is not true. What you will want to do is with your pendulum, your air rods, your tarot cards, all of it, all of those things, you would want to test it upon your energy. People would say that the pendulum goes around in a circle. That means yes. But first of all, did you test it? You have to test your divination every day. Test it. And how do you do that? You first of all, you ask, you ask, what is my name? My name is Salmon. And you know that your name is not Salmon. Oh, my name is Ginger Ale. You know your name isn't Ginger Ale. My name is Coca-Cola. And it's spinning. Say that it's spinning in a circle. And then you say, my name is Alicia. And then it goes side to side. That is your yes. Regardless of how the pendulum swing for somebody else. Today, that is your yes. So you would want to look at the aspect of asking questions is very important. And when you're asking questions about different things, you would want to test it. I learned that from the old school because when I was doing my divination, it was a little off from what the book read, what the internet read, what I read from the internet. It was off. And so I have people that's seasoned that's in my life. And I was taught that those are sell pitches. So, therefore, come to me and it's a read, and you're going to compare me to someone else. I am not a duplicate. There's no other like me, and I'm all truth. So therefore, you would want to go on your own energy. Who are you? You should be able to identify the truth and receive the information with confirmation. So that's how that goes. Namaste, Cece. So now, um, the other thing we are speaking of the qualities that is applied in your life dealing with the yin and the yang. And the reason why I'm on this subject because there are so many issues with relations, with the connection of relations with one. Doesn't necessarily have to be the significant other, just relations. And so you want to look at the human personality. Um, Now, what does it provide as far as the uh, physiology? Now, with the yang, it's outgoing versus introvert. Now, versus, I mean, yin, introvert. That's what it's saying. Some are and some not. But you have to find out just because it's a man or it's a woman, you have to find out what energy that they're carrying. It doesn't specifically mean that that yin or the yang has to be gentrified as a gender. No, it's the personality. You hear every day when um, women are communicating with a male and it's off centered, and they would say, oh, telling the male, the man, oh, you're acting like a bitch. Well, that's not the word that you want to use. If that to be the case, you would want to say, oh, this is a situation where you're feeling timid. That's what the yin's supposed to be. Us, having a timid nature. You want to say, if you're getting information, and normally they're loud and um, have an ego that is overbearing. And then when they get in a situation, they have a soft voice. Well, all right, well, they're acting like a yin. So what do you do with that? You slow it up and and seek into the complicity of the situation. But using past history, calling names and different things of that nature, that is not going to connect and unify you. Now, who positive and who is negative? You would want to identify that. Now, I'm switching the channel on the ancestors. Okay, it's the first of the year. It's the first of the year. Some are celebrating New Year's, and then others are waiting to March for New Year's. Either way, first of the year, people are celebrating. What have you done besides cook some um, black eyed peas and some greens for the ancestors? Why I say that? Because that is old. It's old, it's traditional. So, therefore, going back into the element of you being yin or yang, you want to desire a fulfillment with your ancestors. That's being the yang. So, what am I saying? In my home for this first day, I opened my house up to my ancestors and said, you can eat anything. You can drink anything here. You have liberty here. That means that I am not going to rely on foods to be set on the altar and the drinks, the candles, the incense, and different things of that nature on the altar. I'm saying you're free at range to have anything. Now, and then I went outside and did a New Year first day of the year. I did a ritual for the ancestors. So I'm covered. It go past black eyed peas and collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens. It go beyond that. All right. So now let's in this book here is speaking of that. Your ancient ancestor privileges, your ancient ancestor principles, which is Tai Chi. So I share with you, but however, you have to go in and personalize it and just not sit a whole fruit, watermelon, mango, apple. You should not sit a whole cantaloupe, pineapple, and all of these things on your altar and say, there you go. What you put out is what you receive. I always say that. I cut my papaya in slices and allow it to sit for a day or a day and a half. That's the most. I don't treat them like gophers. You eat through the fruit. Simply because I'm lazy as hell and don't want to provide food for you until next week. That who would you do that if they were here? That's the question of the day. I come to your house, you gonna just sit a whole watermelon, right down the plate. No knife, nothing to go within for me to eat with, just with my motherfucking bare hands. How are we treating them truly? And then you come and say, well, I don't feel them. I hadn't seen them. This weird happened and that weird happened. And those different things. How are you treating them? So this here book here, Healing with Whole Foods. How I came upon this book is because someone in my family is dealing with some strong body internal issues. I thought of it being one thing and it ended up being another. And it also speaks on the imbalance of the kindness that you have for people. Um, it's why kindness that I'm speaking of right here is talking about, and it's being imbalanced. Some of us will take our head off and give it to an individual. Be kind. There need to be some balance with that. Um, and some of us are not kind enough. It needs to be balanced with that. And then it goes on speaking of the dependency. Some of us less or more imbalanced. Patience, courage, appropriate behavior. You meet a person and all they want to speak on is what they don't put up with. That shit is old. What you done said to this person and who don't like you and why I don't have no friends. It's old. That is old. The washing has come, and that is the age of the Aquarius. The washing has come. That needs to be let go. So now it speaks about consistently creating harmony. That can be an imbalance. You walking around hollering world peace and getting drugged down the street. Being spoken to inappropriately. On the job, being used. So, this book, Tachi, is the shit. It's something that I personally had to look within myself because, I don't hide and I'm not limited to people and I'm open, I'm free, so free where my sister, my biological sister, Cece, we were going to invite someone to my home because they um, needed the experience and everything. And I told her about this individual. And the first thing she said to me is, you don't let unknown pussy come in your house with your man. I said, I'll say to that sister. I ain't even got to ask no question where you coming from or whatnot. I just take heed and I follow the instructions. So I haven't done so. Um, Balance. I can't help everybody. I can't give everyone what I have. I can't share. It's so sad. It's so sad. Um, I come with love. I come with royalty. I come with loyalty. That's me. And I would love to share that experience with people and and allow them to identify how it is simply done, being true to yourself, and then you can love someone else without a hidden agenda. Yin and yang, the 8 principles. Let's speak of that. Entwined in 6 diversions. And this is yin, cold, interior, deficiency. Those keyword yin, cold, interior, deficiency. Those, okay, those are 4, right? On one side, and then I'm going to give you the other 4. Those 4 to concentrate on. And then you find out how your mate match up to it. Excuse me. I can say mine's cold. If it's anything new that he's not familiar with, he's cold. And then when he find out um, the knowledge of it, once he gets the knowledge and everything, um, he's still cold because he has to be assured of himself. And that can take a while. Me, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's him. But however, that's for yin. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's for yin, which is woman, cold. Now, I'm the I am the male, the man. I'm hot. Always ready to go. You ain't got to put fire under my ass. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm a bulldog that doesn't accept no. That's me. So now, um, going this here is 4, which is yang, heat, exterior, excess. So those are the ones that you have. Um, the dynamics of the nature can be contrary. That's what it says. It can appear imbalanced. So you just can't always line yourself up as you being yin and yang, yin or yang. It just depends on what the situation is. Is that a bad thing? No, because we both have the feminine and the masculine in each of us. Um, I'm seeing shadows on my side. My ancestors is right here beside me here. And if you want to bring it into the medical aspect, um, as far as the code for the yin, we're some of us. I'm not saying after you done got through the midlife crisis and stuff, hot flash. I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't talking about y'all. Okay, I'm talking about young folks now, not us. Over half 100, not us. Now, younger, you think back, we we get cold quicker than the man yang. They hold heat. This is the medical aspect of it. Um the deficiency for for us whenever we're birthing, we lose a lot. We lose a lot when we're birthing. Um More so than a male. We're losing a lot when we come on our moon cycle than a male. We shed a lot. All right. So this is the book that I wanted to share. Is a lot more with the yin and yang that I truly enjoy reading. It even speaks to you about the oils and the herbs for you to use. It tells you about the oils being refined and un refined. It is a really good book. I am enjoying it. Uh, the nature of it, and it talks about the water consumptions and just different. Maybe I just say just somewhat different. Um, Excuse me. Any any questions? Because this is all that I have. I excuse me decided to go with the yin and the yang because you're dealing with the elements of earth and fire. So, and this is what we are coming into. I'm looking for something right now. I'm looking at my books here. Hold on a second. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. And this here is the healing signs here. And this is earth. There are several of them. Um, this is the symbol um, that you can use. Excuse me. So you would like to still go into your symbolism and communicate with your ancestors. I can't find fire right now. I'm going to take up too much of the time. whatnot. So that concludes everything that I have for you. And I'll see you next week. Peace and love. Amani.